What's up, everybody? It's the girl Otaku here, and last week I didn't upload an episode review for Attack on Titan for a couple of reasons, but overall I didn't think what occurred last week warranted a whole separate video, so I'm going to briefly talk about episode 3 and then get into episode 4, so let's get started. Old Story is the title of episode 3, and that is very fitting as both Historia and Erwin share stories from their childhood. We learn Historia was born and raised on a farm owned by the Rice family. She talks about how lonely she is even though her mother is around, but she receives no attention from her. I have to say though, this whole situation with Historia's family still has me confused as hell. This is what I understand so far. Historia is the illegitimate daughter of the royal Rod Rice. Last episode during the interrogation scene, we see her mother here, and she was not spoken of in high regards. I don't know if this was maybe some kind of sex slave situation, but it kind of seems that way as she left the farm every night in fancy clothes and she called Rod master here. I guess what I'm confused about was why Kenny felt the need to murder this woman and almost murder Historia. Like, he asks Rod if he's involved with them, and he says no because Kenny is working with the military police, and maybe he doesn't want them to know about his procreation, yet they kill her anyway. Like, why? Then I watched Sawyer Seven Mage's review of this episode, and he stated that he doesn't think this is Historia's real mother, and he kind of has me thinking that way too, honestly. But if it's not her real mother, then why was she so upset about her being around? I don't know, it don't make no sense to me. Moving on, Rice says that Historia is special and the only one who could save all of humanity, and that they need to go to the place where it all began. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that means. But I did expose myself to some spoilers recently, so I know something that Rice plans on Historia doing, but I know for a fact it's not gonna happen. The second major revelation of the episode was the purpose of a Titan eating a Titan shifter, or an intelligent Titan. I think it's weird, the whole power transfer thing and how that works, but at least now we know why the government is after Eren. They want his power transferred. The last important part of episode 3 dealt with Erwin and the story about his father, as well as him being framed for Reeve's murder. He says the only way to retake Wall Maria is to overthrow the government, and my own personal thought process is actually, screw retaking Wall Maria. The government needs to be overthrown for all the other shady things it's been doing, starting with the fact that, oh, I don't know, there's a fake king. By making Hanji the leader of the scout regiment, it's as though Erwin isn't expecting to live much longer, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, but I really don't want to see him go. When it comes to the story he shares about his father, we learn that the history books given to teachers for lessons in schools are full of mysteries and contradicting information. Wow, who would have thought they would do something like that? So basically, Erwin and his father didn't believe the books, and Erwin sharing their theories with his classmates essentially caused his father's death. He knows it, and you can tell he's racked by guilt, yet I imagine the way he chooses to live his life, and especially the choices he is making now in regards to the corrupt government, he is doing so to earn a little bit of justice for his father's murder. That's really all I wanted to touch on for episode 3. It was mostly character backstory, which I'm okay with. I still haven't heard any complaints or hate regarding the tone shift this season, but I hear a lot of trash talk about the opening. It's a great opening. Stop that. Leave it alone. On to episode 4. First of all, I don't remember Marlo or Hitch in the slightest. Hitch was Annie's roommate, and even though she's in the military police, has no idea what really happened in the Stohis district because information is that restricted. It really ties in with the hierarchy of the government that Sanis was talking about last episode. Next we get this scene where a member of the military police is discussing Reeve's murder to the press, but oh my god, guess what? You can't write about the military police and publish it. I don't believe it. I was going to say something about the gear Kenny and his squad was using the first time we saw it in episode 1, but I didn't because I wasn't 100% sure it was different than the 3D maneuver gear, but it is. The ODM gear is perfect for killing humans rather than Titans, and I have to say I'm curious as to when exactly this gear was created. The officer says that even he didn't know it existed, and maybe they should be worried about them coming after his squad as well. Kind of intrigued. This is probably my favorite line in the entire episode. I don't know why Hanji acknowledging the constant defeat of the Scout Regiment resonates with me so much. It's an unfortunate truth, but hopefully with this current mission, the Scouts can claim a victory. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like seeing Levi act like this. I know it's to find Eren and Historia and all, but I cringe every time I see him act like this. And even him acknowledging that maybe he is insane I don't like that. So the big question, what are Erwin's final words? I hate to think he would go out in a manner such as this, executed by the corrupt government. Levi won't be coming to save him. And if anyone is going to intervene, my best guess would be Pixis. And so I'm hoping to see this lovely bald man save Erwin, because I really, really would hate to see him go. Another thing a lot of people have been talking about this season is pacing. I guess writer Isayama gave Wit Studio the go-ahead to speed through this political drama, and so far the pace is perfect for me. I have no complaints so far. Anyway, that's all I have to say about episodes 3 and 4. I have to say I preferred watching episodes 1 and 2 more so than episodes 3 and 4, but that's okay. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out my other Attack on Titan reviews. I am hopefully going to be doing them the day after the episode airs. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.